back to PSN Command Network from the Protest Sports Network. It's your boy Tonka, Tech. Back on another video. If I get to a glory to God, fuck God, I turn out guys open doors. I pay with all the people in the Lord's name pretty much today's video. Here on Skank Gang Squad watch the Commanders. If I get too far into tonight's live stream though, I know you probably got to watch Monday Night Football. So I do apologize for interrupting your Monday Night Football watching, but I'm gonna come in with some Commanders news, updates, stuff like that. Before I get too far into those updates and things like that, let's get to the Bible. Let's get to the quick verse of the day. This is from Luke 6:28. It says as follows: Blessed those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. So as Christians, we become a disciple. I'm not a disciple myself yet. When you become one, you gotta turn the other cheek. Gotta leave the aggression alone. You can defend yourself, stuff like that. But you gotta love. You gotta pray for your enemies. You gotta show love to your enemies, even though you can't have disdain towards them. You have to, pray for them to prosper and turn the other cheek against your enemies. Hard to do, but something we have to do when you are living that Christian lifestyle. Hard though, but something you have to do. Let's get right into it though. So we're gonna talk about first and foremost. We're gonna talk about the whole JD5 thing. So it has come out that it's a week-to-week injury for JAYDEN Daniels with the rib. Didn't say exactly what kind of rib injury it is, but it's a week-to-week process. They'll do treatment and let him practice throughout the week and see how he feels. And then we'll go at the end of the week and see if he's ready to play or not. If he's not ready to play, they'll do the same thing the next week. So it'll be week to week until he's ready to play. It's a chance. They're hopeful he will play Sunday, but they're not 100% sure. I think he's going to play Sunday. I think if that game was a much more, let's say what's the word I'm looking for? It was a lot more risk-laden game. Like it was a bigger game, much more high-risk game. But later in the season, try to make the playoffs, winner get in, week 18 type situation, or playoff game, a much more of a must-win situation. I believe JD5 would play. He would went back into that game. But he was grimacing on the sidelines. He was definitely hurt. I say he wasn't hurt at all. But they'll just shot that thing up. Excuse my French. Get your behind back in there. Get your ass back in there. We gotta win this ball game. Get your behind back in there. We gotta have this ball game. If it was a much more high risk game, playoff game, win or go home situation, we would have saw JD5 yesterday. But the 1-5 Panthers, they stink. They're 1-6 now because we put belts at yesterday. We put BTA on them yesterday. The BTA treatment. Whoop they tail that they stole something. We didn't need to put JD Daniels back in that game. So Marcus Mariota took over, did his thug thizzle. But now I think this is a much bigger game this week. Is it win or go home or something like that? No. But this is a huge statement game. We got Caleb coming to town. I think Jay wants to prove himself too. You know what I'm saying? People doubted him that he shouldn't have been no more pick. It should have been Caleb the entire time. And, maybe he might take that, built-up material. That's why he deserves to be no one pick in the draft. Why he should have been a Chicago Bear instead of a Commander, right? And, Caleb trying to struggle a little bit early in the season. Now he's trying to turn it on a little bit. He got something to prove too. So, big game for both quarterbacks. Number 1 versus number 2 overall pick. The Bears have a really good roster. They're good defensively. They're good offensively. So, I would love to have JAYDEN Daniels in this game because he is our franchise quarterback. He is the franchise. But same token, if he had to go out and he couldn't play, then Marcus Mariota, I think, could step in and play well. I don't think we win the game. I think we need JAYDEN Daniels to win this game. I think this is not the Panthers. Now, this was like the Steelers, a team that can't score points. I'm like, I think we can handle business. But the Bears don't just play good defense. They can score, too, with Ken Allen, Roma Dunze, and DJ Moore, and Cole Kmet, and all these guys. They got guys on top of guys. Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert. They got guys on top of guys, top of guys, top of more guys, and guys, and guys, and guys. It's got dudes on top of dudes who they can put the ball in the end zone. Pause. So, with that being said, I think it's going to turn to a shootout. Our defense can't stop a soul. unless it's an inferior offense, right? So I think we're going to need JD5 to win this game. Now, can Marcus Mariota come in and play well? For sure. Marcus Mariota is not a complete scrub, but he's definitely not JD5. So the offense doesn't necessarily change with the schematics or the theory, but the efficiency would change, especially against a better defense. So I hope Jaden can go. But if he can't, I get it. I think we lose that game. We got to 5-3. It's like the end of the world. We play the Giants. We got to that. The Giants stink. They might play in Drew Lock because they did. Well, they said they're gonna the Giants gonna keep going with Daniel Jones, but who cares? If Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, I don't care. Tommy DeVito. I don't give a who the quarterback is. The Giants suck. They can't score points, and so we can go to MetLife and whoop their tail next week and go right back to 6-3. So even we lose to the Bears, it's not a big deal. But beating the Bears shuts a lot of people up. Oh, you can't beat a team above 500. Ah, shut the hell up. Now we just did it. What you gonna do now? What the hell you gonna say now? What you gotta say about Can y'all Op fans admit that we're a good football team for once in life and stop hating all the time? I.e. Cowboy fans. Especially Cowboy fans. They heat it. They suck. And they're so mad they suck. They gotta keep coming. Who can't be a team above 500? You play the Ravens, they spank you. You play the Bucs, they spank you. We beat the Bears. What the hell you gonna say now? Oh, you beat a rookie quarterback? Well, our quarterback's a rookie too, buddy. What's your point? Care. But pray JD5 be all right though, man. I really pray JD5 is all right, man, because we need JD5. JD5. We need 5 out there. We need 5 out there versus the Bears, man. If we want to win, we need 5 out there. Next I want to talk about is the Za'Darius Smith thing. I had the tweet right in front of me. Let's see. So this is from Brad Stainbrook. I just had it. I don't know why. I just did that. That just got on my nerves. He went X does that. I had the tweet in front of me. All right, so this is from Brad Stainbrook. The Baltimore Ravens, the Detroit Lions, and Washington Commanders are a few teams that have talked with the Cleveland Browns about Za'Darius Smith and trade availability purely source. So the Lions, Ravens, and us. Now, the Lions make a ton of sense because they lost 8 Hutchinson for the season. Get Will Hutch, that stinks. I hate to see injuries happen. Hate's a strong word, but I don't like to see injuries happen. That sucks. Wish Hutch none but a quick and speedy recovery. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now with the Ravens, they don't have the best pass rush in the world either. With the Browns trade them in division, but they're so bad, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't hurt them at all because they already stink. So they might do it if there's no draft capital involved. Hey Ella, what's going on, homie? How you doing? So I think the Ravens are in play. I think the Lions make the most sense when it comes to Za'Darius Smith. They lost their best pass rusher. They need one. They're a Super Bowl contender. They're willing to fork up more draft picks and higher draft picks because they need a pass rusher. So I think that makes a lot of sense for the Lions. I think it makes a lot of sense for us too. Because if we do have Jaden Daniels and he's healthy, that allows us to have the pass rush rotation of Za'Darius outside along with Clean Farrell and Dorrance Armstrong when he comes back from his injury. And then you got guys like Dante Fowler Jr. come off the edge as an outside linebacker who's getting pick sixes, and he has 4.5 sacks already. That's crazy. That's insanity. He had an interception for return for a touchdown and freaking forward. Dude's on a 1-year prove-it deal. He's going 8. He's going 8 SHIT on everybody. Absolutely ridiculous. On top of that, with you getting Dorrance Armstrong back in a couple weeks, we're having probably next week versus the Bears and not versus the Giants in week 9. He has 3.5 sacks on the season. You add Za'Darius to that, he has 4 sacks on the season, right? So you have a rotation of guys that can get multiple sacks. You got Frankie Lou as a blitzer. Bud Wagner's a sack and a half. So we got guys who can get to the quarterback. Add Za'Darius to it gives you a legit threat to get to the quarterback. That's a guy you might have to double team. And that even opens up for Dorrance, eating like a guy like Johnny Newton or Fedarian Mathis inside. Also, Deron Payne as well. So it makes a lot of people's jobs easier if you did trade for Za'Darius Smith. I think that makes a ton of sense. I think a mock trade for that will be as follows. I think you would give up a 2026 fifth round pick and a 2025 seventh round pick. Shout out to Ed Oliver, the real Ed Oliver. So shout out to his YouTube channel, please. The real Ed Oliver is the man with the plan. Former Locked On Wizards co-host and also big Commanders super fan like myself. Shout out to Ed Oliver. So he had that mock trade. I completely agree with that. I think it's a smart move. It's not a ton of draft capital being given up, but you're getting a hell of a football player on a 1-year rental. Can't go wrong with that. So I think that's an easy trade, in my opinion, if you want to get a pass rusher who's worth a darn and also can help you get to the quarterback. I know they haven't officially made a guy like Greg Newsome the second available, nor Denzel Ward. I think Denzel Ward's complete untouchable. They're not trading Denzel Ward. He's a dog. Ain't no way in hell they're trading Denzel Ward. If they're doing that, they're really blowing it up. If they trade Denzel Ward, bro, that means Myles Garrett could be available. That's how strong I feel about it. If they even entertain a Denzel Ward trade, forget actually execute one. If they entertain one, that means Myles Garrett's filled. Means they're gonna blow this BITCH up. And I don't think the Cleveland Browns will really blow this BITCH up yet. I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah. Za'Darius is interesting though. I think it's definitely a guy that already traded Amari Cooper away. I think next guy on the list is Za'Darius Smith, and I think it's a guy we should even at least inquire about trading for. I'm not giving a ton of draft capital, so I'm getting a 2025 seventh round pick and a 2026 fifth round pick. I'm not going higher than that. The highest I'm going is a 5 next year and a 6 this year. I'm not going higher than that. He is 32 years old. He's on a 1-year rental. And if I'm going to extend him, it means I got to pay him more money. So he's already 32 years old. Like I said, he is not ancient in football years, but he's getting up there in age in football years. So aiding pass rusher too. Pass rushers are a league for old men. So yeah, I'm not giving him a ton. Respectfully. Browns, if you want a bunch of draft picks, you better call Detroit. Because you ain't get it from me, damn it. No, sir. No, sir. Man, Roy Black, what it do, Derek? How you doing, bro? What's going on with you? How you? So, next thing I want to talk about was toward JD5. So JD5, I think Jay is going to play this week. He ain't playing this week, playing next week. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about Jaden Daniels' injury per se at all. I don't want to give him a 4th round pick. I don't, Roy. I don't. Hell no. That is a top 150 pick in the draft. No. This is a top heavy ass draft, and I don't want to give anything in the top 125 of the draft. No. No. I need all them picks in the top 130. I need all of them. I want to get as many cheap contracts as possible. So that means, hey man, I ain't giving this 4th. Now, if you give me a 5th in Za'Darius Smith, I will give the 4th. Sure. No problem. But we didn't have a 4th round pick last year. I think that hurt our draft a little bit when we didn't have that 4th rounder when we did the Sam Howell trade. So keeping our 4th round pick this year would be kind of critical in this year's draft. But if they gave a 4th round pick for Za'Darius and they got a 6th round pick in return along with Za'Darius and part of a trade, I wouldn't argue with that. I think that's cool. I wouldn't be opposed to that. But giving up just a straight up 4th round pick and take Za'Darius Smith on a 1-year rental, hell no. I ain't doing that. Hell no. We was actually up 7-0. Because he went down right after that first drive. Now it was up 10-0. It was up 10-0. So it was up 10-0, and JD5 went down. But by the time he was ruled out, completely out, we was up 20-0. But he went down when we was 10-0. So but it was the Panthers too. Like I said, the Panthers stink. They're a bad football team. Sit him down versus the Panthers. I have no problem with that. We know what Jaden Daniels can do, so I'm not really worried about what he can do versus the Panthers defense, who's not good anyway. I'd say if he plays, they would have put 50. Would have put 50 on them boys. Um. Oh. Oh, he has 2 years left on his deal. Oh. 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 I didn't know that. Oh, 2 years left this year and next year. So I still have to. I still have to keep the draft competition low though, because now I have an extra year of salary. I'm adding to my books. So yes, yeah, I think it's a 2025 six and a 2025 fifth is fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Marcus Mariota looked really good yesterday. Shout out to Marcus, Super Mario, Marcus Mariota. So I want to talk about another thing I want to talk about. Yes, it's from yesterday. I want to kind of briefly talk about Manuel Forbes. I'm gonna have a separate video about this in much more deeper detail, but my question to you guys in the comment section is: do you think that yesterday's performance from Emmanuel is it a step in the right direction, or was it a one-off type of good performance from Emmanuel Forbes? He looked pretty good yesterday, not just the pick. He was good in coverage. From what I saw in person, especially, I think he was really, really kind of engaged and in phase at all times. Also saying he didn't his footwork wasn't as terrible. The back pedal to chase receivers wasn't too bad. He was starting to understand the fundamentals of NFL football and start to put them into practice. Kind of how you read the Bible, become a disciple, and do that into practice. He did the same thing here in this specific situation. So I like to see that. Shout out to Emmanuel. He had a really good game yesterday. I was very proud of him. It's good to see Emmanuel out there making some plays. I'm still not on the train. It was one game, Emmanuel, but I think it is. I'm gonna say it's a one-off for now. But if he does it next week versus a better competition, then it's not a one-off anymore. I think it's a really good step in the right direction. I'm gonna say right now it's a one-off though. Yeah. Yeah, we get a defense. If we get an average defense, then that'd be great. I hope he does build to his own too. I agree with that as well. If he can kind of um get it going, get his game on a little bit, and start to attack it a little harder, I think that'd be huge for him. I would like to see that as well. I completely agree with that because I think he can play some ball if he can just keep it all into phase and keep it all together as a football player. So I think that'd be huge for him too. I completely agree. So I turned my ads on for the stream. But yeah, so another thing I want to talk about, I talked about Manuel Forbes very briefly. Talk about the pass rushers in general. So I just want to wrap you up about 30 minutes. I didn't want to hold you guys up too long. But another thing I want to talk about from last night is Joe Witt Jr., right? Um, I'm starting to understand what this defense is. Shout out to Louis T. I completely agree with him on this one. When he said last night, and I already took the look at the all 22s and really took a look at the film. I was up to about 1 o'clock last night. And I came up with this because I agree with him because he brought it up first. So shout out to Louis T. I won't take credit for this, but I concur with this. Against teams that can't score points, teams that aren't supremely talented offensively, or teams that have offensive talent but they are very badly coached, our defense can dominate those offenses because we're well coached. We're in positions and we are very, very disciplined as a defense, right? The problem is when we play these teams that are more talented than us offensively than our defenses, we don't have the talent. So when we don't have the talent, you're gonna get whooped every time. Unless your hard work is overcoming the talent, which is my mantra on the channel. Uh, you can overcome talent with hard work and dedication, man. But sometimes if the talent discrepancy is too high, it's just tougher. It's tougher than advertised, right? So I guess what I'm saying, we look at the rest of our schedule. Look at the rest of our schedule real quick because I want to look at it very, very, very deeply and talk about teams I think we can dominate defensively as the rest of the season gets along. So let's take a look at it real quick. We'll take a look at this very briefly. Look at the rest of our slate, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the teams I think we can dominate going forward. Raise hell, 5-2. I love to see it 5-2, 5-2, 5-2. I don't know how the hell season tickets are still available unless the guy be nosebleeds. There ain't no way in hell. These damn no way. So these games are already passed. Beat the living crap out of the Cardinals. Beat the living shit out of the damn Panthers, and beat the fire out of Cleveland. Beat the fire out of them niggas. So Bears. This is the offense I don't think we're gonna dominate. They're too talented offensively. I think this is one of the games we will struggle defensively with Caleb and those weapons over there in Chicago. The next week, I think that we're going to be going to do well very defensively. We're going to do very well defensively because the Giants cannot score points. Their offense is anemic. Daniel stinks. And we can dominate these boys if we're on our A game and we're staying engaged at all times. So this is an offense we can dominate. The next week after that, I don't know how they're going to continue to look with Russell Wilson, but I was hoping Justin Fields was still playing, but they put Russ in the game now. So the offense was humming the other night, 37 points. George Pickens came alive a little bit. So did the Austin kid, Pat Firemouth, Baby Gronk. So they're doing this stuff. Thizzle. Patrick Firemouth was going nuts. So this offense might be an offense that I might have to revisit and see if we can actually dominate them or not. But given the history they had so far this season, if they continue to do what they've been doing offensively, this is an offense that we can dominate because they don't score a lot of points. Philadelphia, no, can't dominate them. Dallas, they're hit or miss, right? So this one of these teams are hit or miss offensively. C Lamb's an absolute dog. We know what that can do. So I'm gonna say it's a 50-50 on this one when it comes to the Cowboys. The Titans offense stinks. We should dominate them. Alvin, I know you're a Titans fan. Shout out to my boy Alvin, my best friend. I love him to death. We have been friends for over 20 years as my little bro. We've been friends since 8 and 9, respectively. I love you to death, bro. But your Titans stink, respectfully. They're not a good football team. The offense stinks. Will Levis effing stinks. And we're going to dominate you guys offensively when we play you guys at Northwest Stadium. Be ready to be dominated and obliterated, respectfully. Next, the New Orleans Saints offense sinks. I don't give a crap. Their offense stinks, and they're going to continue to stink, and we're going to dominate them too. And we're going to dominate Chase Young like a little boy. Next, the Philadelphia Eagles can't dominate them. The Atlanta Falcons can't dominate them. Dallas, we'll see. It's a 50-50. But out of those offense, all those offensive units, Cowboys is 50-50. So there's two games that are 50-50 on. We're not dominating either the Philadelphia games or the Falcons games defensively. So that's 5. So that's 3 games we're not going to dominate, and 2 games I'm kind of iffy on. We should dominate the Saints offense. We should dominate the Titans offense. We should dominate the Steelers offense and also the Giants. The Bears are also a no as well. So I got 4 games that are no's out of our last 10. I got 2 maybes, and we're dominating 4 offenses. So now that gives you 4 wins right there. Because if we dominate their offense and they're not scoring points, we should beat these teams. Period. We should blow them off. We should blow all of them the hell out. No cap. Our offense can score with anybody's defense. Respectfully. So even winning the game a little bit closer, like for example with the Steelers game, we can win that game 21-14, or even 21-20 or 24-21, something like that. So that's something interesting. Like I said with the Giants, they have an inability to score points. So if they only put up 10 points, 14 points, JD5 can put up 20 in the sleep. So I'm not worried about those. Those are victories, right? If you're on the Cowboys, because the Cowboys can go on an offensive onslaught at any time, but also the Cowboys are so inept offensively sometimes they'll go on these droughts and can't score points. So that's something I kind of want to keep my eye on with the Cowboys as well. But so those were iffy. The other 2 and the 2 Philadelphia games and the Falcons game and the Bears game, like that, a team that we're gonna have to outscore to beat. We're gonna outscore Philadelphia. Philadelphia has AJ Brown. He's a freaking Decepticon. Devontae Smith is a Slim Reaper for a reason. Jalen Hurts isn't the best quarterback in the world. He's not playing the best football, but Jalen Hurts can get the ball to those guys. And also Dallas Guy's an absolute monster /dog/behemoth/animal. He's ridiculous. So that scares a little bit shit out of me. And they got Saquon Barkley, aka KD, as thank you. Fonda will say. I like his intro. It's funny. Jakey Rondo's a fool. But as Jakey Rondo will say, they got KD, aka Saquon Barkley. He's an absolute dog. We know Saquon Barkley is having problems. Saquon is an absolute animal. And I am scared SHIT to play him. I'm scared the sweet honey iced tea out of me to play that boys when we got to face them week 11 because Saquon Barkley is an absolute dog. So that's kind of having me a little concerned. I think Foles will be fine. I think he'll be okay too. Just give it the momentum. Yeah, Will Levis's pocket presence is absolute dog war. Can't lie to you. So those are four offense I think we wouldn't dominate. Are the two Philadelphia Eagles games, the Falcons game and the Bears game, be two Cowboy games that have a 50-50. If they're not on their A game that day, I think the Cowboys can be dominated offensively. And if they are on their A game, we might struggle a little bit. But they don't run the ball well, so they're kind of one-dimensional. So I think it is easier to dominate a one-dimensional offense. But we'll see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. I think so that we could we could maybe be able to attack eventually. So we'll see what happens. But what are your thoughts on that though? If you guys think about that when it comes to those offense I talked about those last 10 offensive units. I think our offense can take on um all of their offense or all of their defenses. I'm not scared of none of these boys. I'm not scared of Philadelphia's defense. I darn sure ain't scared of Dallas's without Michael or D-Law. And with them, I don't think they're that formidable because Mike Zimmer is not Dan Quinn. Respectfully, sorry, no cap. Sorry. Zimmer, kita da bima. He's not DQ. DQ is Himati. And Mike Zimmer, you are nothing to me. You are trash, Kanwata. You suck. As for Philadelphia, their defense so inconsistent. I can't trust them as much as I can throw them. So I think we could take them on defensively. Quinton Mitchell versus Terry McLaurin's an interesting matchup. I can't wait to see that. That should be fun. Slade is killed by Terry all the time. Even back in the Detroit days, he was getting that work when Terry was a rook, putting work on his ass. Darius Slade. Bum. B-U-M. Slade's a bummy bum 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 bum. 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 He's a bum. He's a bum. He's a super bum. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pause on Don Julio for your boy Darius Slade's career. Don. Pour some Don for him. Take the shot for him. Nice career, Darius Slade. You suck. So I ain't worried about their defenses. One of the two games play the Eagles. Giants defense is definitely worrisome. Them dudes be balling, dog. They be getting there. That was the first bad defensive performance I've seen from the Giants really all season long versus the Eagles last week. So maybe that could be something that can turn to more of a regulation. But their defense has played pretty well for most of the season, so I'm not going to attack them too hard. Still, the defense is pretty good. I'm kind of scared of them too. I'm not scared of Titans defense. I think their offense is so inept that their defense is like we're just drained. We don't have the energy for it no more. But their defense has a lot of star power on it on paper. This has not came to fruition on a consistent basis. But I think they're a good defensive unit though for sure. Saints have a good defense, just their offense stinks, so they're on the field all the darn time. Atlanta's defense is very good, but I think we can. I think we could beat them. I can't hold no grudges. Stay. Yo, what do you do? Ha! What are your thoughts on the Commander season so far? Who would you trade for? Comment down below. A player that you would trade for that's realistic now, y'all. Don't be putting Denzel Ward in the comment section or that's what we'll talk about tonight. The NFC conference, right? And why I think we should make a move at the deadline. The NFC is wide open. So let's look at the entire aspect of the NFC conference. Let's start. I'm gonna go our division last. Let's start with the NFC West, right? The Cardinals are in the dogfight with the Chargers right now. I think they're also 2-4 at the moment. They're not the best team walking at the moment. So they're kind of, mid to trash. But I'll be honest, the Cardinals are not a good football team right now. They're not gonna make the playoffs, right? So we can eliminate them from the playoff picture. Next, you look at the Seahawks. I think they're leading the division right now, so they should probably do one team from the NFC West and make the playoffs, but you never know. I'm eliminating Frisco from the Super Bowl conversation. I do believe they still make the playoffs. I think that I think if the San Francisco 49ers get relatively healthy, which means CMC comes back. I know Ayuk's done for the year with an ACL. That's they just paid all that damn money and he got hurt. Oh, that's bad. Ouch. I wish Brandon a quick recovery. That sucks. No cap. That sucks. And then Debo kind of stays hurt too, so that doesn't really help him anything. And Jordan Mason's been a great fill-in for Christian McCaffrey. He's not C-Mac. C-Mac just hits different, right? So they got to get him back and some other guys back in order for them to really get back into contention for things. But I think they'll definitely make the playoffs. So there's one playoff team, I think. Even with the Seahawks, that's two playoff teams. The Rams are done. The Rams are cooked. I don't care what the hell the Rams do yesterday. I think they want to win their game. I think they're 2-5. They're not good enough. They're not making the playoffs. Even they get their guys back. They're not good enough. So let's talk about the NFC South. The Bucks are a good football team. I think they might have lost Mike Evans for a little bit. It's like he pulled his hammy pretty bad in that game. That's not good if you are a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. That's not something you want to see, and that's something that will worry me if I'm a Bucks fan. So I think that if Mike Evans did not come back into this game, I think he'll be out for like 2 or 3 weeks. That will go ahead and Za'Darius has one more year on his Za'Darius has one more year on his deal on top of this year. Yeah, so keep that in mind. He has 2 years, so this year and next year left on his contract. So he wouldn't be a free agent after this season. So it's not a 1-year rental; it's more like a 2-year rental. And I wouldn't give him a lot. I'll give him a 6th-round pick this year and a 5th-round pick next year. I think that's fair compensation. I necessarily want to trade for Cam Curl. Cam Curl's contract is affordable. And I like Cam. I think Cam is not a good fit for this defense. We play too much damn man. We play way too much man for him to be here. Way too much man. Like, you got to be in a defense where you're playing very little man. Oh, my gosh. Shout out to Lamar. Lamar. Let's go, Lamar. Let's go to, I'm sorry, my fault, y'all. It's fantasy. I'm playing my boy Damien. I'm trying to send him to the Shadow Realm, and we're proceeding to send him to the Shadow Realm. I'm going to grab my Millennium Rod and send him to the Shadow Realm. He's in the way. I need to win this fantasy football championship. You're in the way. Get on my way. I'm sorry. My fault. But Cam Curl, I wouldn't trade for a person. I just don't think he fits this specific defensive scheme. He fits a more of a zone-laden scheme. I think they do that in LA. It's like Cam, like, he's been struggling this year too. From what I saw. Now, I've not watched a lot of Rams football. I can't say that I might have to ask a Rams YouTuber like a Pyro Time or one of these other guys that watch a bunch of Rams football. I'm not watching a bunch of Rams football. I've got to catch them a lot, so I can't really say how Cam has looked overall. But what I've seen, Cam been getting his ass cooked. Cam been getting his ass cooked, belt to ass. Excuse my French. God, please forgive me. Belt to behind, belt to booty, belt to whatever the heck you want to call pause. Belt to behind, belt to tuition, whatever you want to call it. Belt to I would say belt to That's what we call it, belt to because that's exactly what happened. Belt to it's been obliteration. Belt to backside. There we go. Belt to backside. It's been bad. Been bad for the for Cameron Curl in that secondary in LA because they've been getting worked. They've been getting worked. I'm going Chase. Chase. Ooh, I saw that viral clip with Chase got whooped. Like Chase got whooped. Like Chase is trash, bro. I'm good on Chase Young, man. Chase Young can stay his behind where the hell he at. He sucks. Get Chase out of my face. I wouldn't mind trading for Cam Curl to play more zone though. I won't play that zone. And Jeremy Chin's been a really good strong safety for us as of late. So I think I'll pass on Cam. But I would say, like, if we play more zone, Cam will be a good fit. If we play 50% man, 50% zone, then I'll trade for him. The NFC picture. Back. So we're gonna look at the NFC North now, right? The Bears are really good. That whole division's darn good. The Packers are good. The Lions are good. The Vikings have one loss. This division is crazy. They have to play each other though, so eventually these records are gonna come down a little bit. But god dang, bro, these dudes are good. All these teams are good. So are they gonna get 4 teams? Are they gonna get 14? Are they? You look at the South, the Bucks are good. The Falcons are okay. The Saints suck. And and the Panthers are worse. My fault. Sorry about that, y'all. But the Panthers are even worse. So it's like, dang, bro. The Panthers stink. The Saints stink. The Falcons are okay. They should make the playoffs. But it's like the Bucks division to lose as of right now. So we'll see. They're getting mild by the Ravens right now, and they're getting sent to the shadow realm. But I hope they didn't come out the shadow realm next week and win some ball games. Let's look at our division now. Washington at top of the NFC East at 5-2. I love to see it. 1.5 points, 1.5 game behind. The Philadelphia Pigeons are half game behind at 4-2. So keep that in mind. I think the Philadelphia Eagles should make the playoffs. They have too much talent not to make the playoffs. If the Philadelphia Eagles miss the postseason, Nick Sirianni should be fired. I'm so serious. Nick Sirianni should be fired the day week 18 hits zeros. He should have a pink slip immediately. Like no cap. If they miss the playoffs, that's bad. That's really bad if that happens. I can't hold you. That's bad. So hopefully they don't do that. If you are a Philadelphia Eagles fan. But some people want Sirianni gone, so they might be like, we got this playoff Sirianni get fired. Screw it, right? The Cowboys stink. They're not making the playoffs. They're terrible. So, and then you have the Giants who aren't good enough either. So you have the Commanders, Eagles, the entire NFC North. That's 6 teams. You have the Bucks and Falcons, and then you have the Seahawks and Niners. So you got 11 teams fighting for 7 spots. I don't think the entire NFC North is going to make the darn playoffs. That would be crazy. It is possible, right? But I don't see it. They're going to be up on each other too much eventually, right? So I got 3 teams out that division. Lions, Tigers, and Bears. I'm sad for loving you. Lions and Tigers and Bears. I'm not sorry. No, seriously. I got the Lions, Packers, Vikings? Maybe. So I had them 3 teams. I think the Bears are going to actually fall off, not because of their defense. I think Caleb will hit the rookie wall, and it's going to go left for him eventually. I think Jaden's will even hit it eventually too. But I think by then the Commanders have so much of a cushion. I think it'll be late in the season, right? He'll have like a small rookie wall when he's not seeing the field as well. But I don't think he's going to truly struggle. I think he's not going to truly struggle either. But I think he'll do rookie wall to where they can't get any better that specific season. Their rookie season. That I think they will hit a plateau, and that's the rookie wall. They're not going to get better than what they are in that specific season. Then they wait till sophomore season to get better than they were at rookie season. And I think that will kind of plateau the Bears offense a bit. And I think that will cost them a couple games, which will cost them probably a playoff spot. So those three teams make the playoffs, right? I believe you're going to get one team out the South. I want to see how severe this Mikey Evans injury is. If Mike Evans is out for a while, the Bucs might be SOL. And the Falcons will take advantage of that. Kirk gonna get his act together and get to being Kirko Chains and not Kirko Lane. And he'll start winning some goddamn football games. Bars! So I have one team. I still think that's the Atlanta Falcons. I still believe in that team. The defense is too darn talented. Kirko Chains still Kirko Chains. And I believe in Kirko Chains. Kirko Chains is my man. Shout out to Kirko Chains. Now, and also something about the Bucs. I mean, people. Baker Mayfield has 5 interceptions in the past 2 games. That is worrisome. Baker's turned the ball over way too darn much. He out giving it away like it's Christmas. I don't appreciate that shake and bake. Get your act together. Next thing I want to talk about very, very briefly. He only did throw 4 touchdowns last week. Baker Mayfield did that. He did throw 3 interceptions. He threw 2 in this game versus the Ravens. Now, as for the NFC West, I only got one team. I think that is the Seattle Seahawks as of right now today. The 49ers team I think is going to miss the playoffs because of injuries. They just have too many guys hurt. Ayuk's gone for the season now. We don't know when the hell they're going to get Christian McCaffrey back, if at all. Debo's been out for a little bit. Trying to hit fighting dudes. It's just bad. The downfall of the San Francisco 49ers is happening right in front of us. And until they get their act together, they're going to have to get together. To get their act together, I just don't see them being that team that I thought they were going into the 2024 NFL season. Now they get healthy. We know what the Super Gremlins are capable of. But as of right now, the Niners are throwing me off. And I don't trust them as of right now. My trust for them is at 0%. They don't have Ayuk. Debo isn't being Debo on a consistent basis. Kittle's still a dog, but they don't have C-Mac. They don't have Ayuk. Defensively, sometimes they look a little shaky. They lost a couple of defensive players too already to some really bad injuries. So it means that they get run on now. Like teams can run on them, and that Kansas City game is not a good look. It's just bad, and I can't trust the Niners. I don't trust no damn Cardinals. No offense, Cardinal Rule. I love Cardinal Rule. I don't trust your darn Cardinals. So that's my other team. So I got 7 NFC teams being your 1 seed. I don't know about seed. Let me just go by division. I think the Commanders and Eagles made the playoffs in the East. The Vikings, Lions, and Packers make the playoffs in the NFC North. I believe that the Falcons made the playoffs in the NFC South, and I think finally for the NFC West, it is the Seattle Seahawks. But that can be very fluid. The moment that the San Francisco 49ers get healthy is a wrap for all of us. Pray these dudes never get healthy. Because it could be wraps for the whole conference, right? So I think the Commanders can win the NFC East. I think they can be a really good football team. So that's kind of my NFC picture. That was my Za'Darius Smith trade rumors talk. Also JAYDEN Daniels injury update. Also injury update for Brandon Coleman. If I get out of here, he's in concussion protocol. So that sucks. I do wish him well and wish him a quick recovery from said concussion. He's probably not gonna play this week. He'll probably play next week versus the Giants. So we know one guy's gonna probably be out, and that's probably Brandon Coleman. JAYDEN Daniels will probably be up to game time. We'll see what happens. Like 3:05, 3:0, 3:10, between 3:05 and 3:15 on Sunday afternoon before we play the Bears. The Bears are going to be on their toes because they got to prepare for 2 quarterbacks, not just one. So I think they might just keep it on the wraps, just to see how Jayden's doing, but also kind of keep the Bears at bay and try to see who the hell they're preparing for. They're going to prepare for Marcus Mariota, or they're going to prepare for JD. But yeah, hold up for tonight's live stream. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Like, comment, subscribe to the PSN Commanders Network. Let's have a great evening. Enjoy the show Sunday night, Monday Night Football. I'm going to bed. I go to work in the morning, so I'm going to catch you guys next time. And vlog from week 7's home game is dropping tomorrow. I usually do drop it on Monday. I didn't get a chance to edit it tonight, so I'm going to edit it tonight if I go to bed. And then I'll drop the video for you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also we'll have another Commanders video tomorrow at 10 p.m. because of work. 10:30, shoot for 10:30. We want to assemble Comrades again tomorrow for Comrades Assemble at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Also, come pull up to that. I really appreciate that. Love you guys. Be easy, stay healthy. And I'll catch you on the next video, man. I'll be easy, gang. Peace.